While Frank was working on the side of a building, his rope suddenly came loose. He plunged downward at terrifying speed. Luckily, the rope snagged and held just in time, saving his life. As he caught his breath, gripping the windowsill, he noticed someone rushing down the stairs in a panic. Frank immediately realized it was sabotage. He rappelled quickly to the ground and gave chase. The two collided as Frank landed, but because of the heavy gear on his body, and the fact that the guy had an accomplice waiting nearby, they managed to get away before Frank could stop them. Something didn't sit right with him. His instincts told him this was more than just a random attack. He ran home as fast as he could. Thankfully, his wife was unharmed. Frank quickly hid the key inside the drain pipe. Just then, his wife entered the room, ready to ask what was going on, but a noise outside cut her off. Moments later, a group of armed men kicked down the door and stormed inside. Frank fought them with everything he had, but they were too many. Eventually, both he and his wife were restrained. In front of Frank's eyes, they injected her with an unknown substance. Then they took her away. Frank was thrown into a black hood and passed out. They kidnapped Lena to force Frank into handing over the key. He had no choice but to agree. Climbing up the drain pipe, Frank reached the rooftop. From there, he located his apartment window. He slipped in and went straight to the bathroom to retrieve the key, but it was gone. At that moment, someone else entered the apartment. Frank had to escape fast. He dove out the window, sprinting across the rooftops. With agility and speed, he left his pursuers far behind. Once safe, he met up with Benny. Benny geared up, and the two headed toward the coordinates sent by the enemy. Frank arrived at the designated drop-off location. After confirming he was unarmed, the leader showed up and brought Frank to another site. But then, everything changed. The leader dropped the act. He ordered his men to kill them both, stage it as a murder-suicide after Frank supposedly killed his wife. Just as the gunmen were about to pull the trigger, noises came from the nearby forest. It was Benny. He jumped in, freeing Frank just in time. The three of them made a plan. They were going to fight their way out together. A fierce shootout erupted along a narrow forest trail. Frank seized an opening, took out the driver of one of their vehicles, and made his escape.